The other day I had a comment on YouTube saying, can I do something with the wood? Can I show you what we do with the wood? So here is a video about wood just for you. It was from a viewer that I have gained from a well-known Gloucestershire farmer who likes a bit of wood, the tree variety. Yesterday I got asked the question, when the concrete stuff was being tipped, what's it like? Does it go like solid, like one hard block? And I'll show you a difference of stuff. So for instance, this here has a lot of hard blocks in, and some of them are fair sizable. But then this here, it reverts back to its raw kind of before it was mixed state. Like ready mix concrete, do you know what I mean, before you put the water in. Very powdery, but there are some big lumps in it. Really big lumps. Can't complain because hardcore is very expensive stuff and this is free. But what we do here, we have a bag of these are the middle bits out of pallets, and we cut them up for kindling basically. So we sew all our pallets up. Nothing goes to waste here. We don't bonfire anything, we use it all. Here we have these are various bearers for steel frames. Obviously we've bought a lot of steel frames in our time, and these are what they come on, right big thick chunky things, and they get chopped up into little bags, and we take those and we give them to Roy's mum to put on a Rayburn, just because it makes it easier for her than carrying big logs around, these little handheld things, which is good for her. Here is some of the thicker, chunkier wood that has come in a load to go on the boiler. Some of the thicker, chunkier wood that was meant to go on the boiler that needs splitting before it goes on. Obviously, when we chop wood, which you've seen us doing, and it ends up like this is just perfect just to roll it on the boiler and everything's fine. Did you see me get whacked by a stick then? That was funny. See, this requires splitting on the log splitter. So this is just oil powered, goes on the tractor, and it has never refused a piece of wood. It was not expensive. You do not have to spend a fortune on like a Browns one or something. It was cheap as chips in comparison to others, and it has been amazing. Really good. Never ever refused. If you imagine, we are like a very tiny version of Ollie. We don't do it for any return, really, to be honest. The RHI isn't brilliant for it. That's not why we do it. We do it to heat the house, and it keeps us warm, and that's basically, excuse me, we get hot water and heating out of it, which is mainly what it was for. It cost a fortune to put in. I think it was like 28 grand. But now electricity prices have gone up and everyone's struggling, and we're finding that, yeah, we're kind of lucky that we put it in, and we're kind of grateful for it, even though it is a lot of work. But I am grateful that we put it in. But we're worrying about getting new cars and stuff. We were worrying about getting a boiler, which at the time everyone was like, what are you doing? Like, this is just silly. It was like a crazy idea. Definitely not crazy now. So I'm just going down the lane, and I'm going to go and get the potato box. The reason this potato box is here is because this here had gone rotten and fallen over. But actually, there was no point whatsoever in repairing it, because very, very shortly, as in like this week shortly, this needs moving back. Over the years, asking various people what their thoughts were coming in and how easy it was to get in, and what, you know, problems that we've had. From speaking to various lorry drivers who delivered stuff to dairies, talking about milk tankers getting in. The only bit that they were bothered about is how narrow this bit of lane is. So we are renewing all the wall all alongside the lane. You may have noticed us doing that. It's not really a fast process, so I can't really show you much about it, but we're going to be moving the wall that way. So actually the whole gate's going to be moving. There was no point in repairing that. So what we do, true farmer style, we shoved a tatey box in it. Why not? but now we needed to put some wood in. So I'm about to take it down the lane and home. Take your box down the lane. I'm gonna split some wood. I'm always gonna chainsaw some wood at the same time as me splitting some wood. Is go through this very clean window. It's gonna get gradually dirtier, and I can see you're all gonna be really disappointed in me. I'm okay with that. Disappointment's what I thrive on. On the green. So what we'll do is we'll turn it on, whack the revs up. Pull the green back and try. I'll show you. You get a piece of wood, you stick it on there like that, and you split it. Now, if you so wanted this to be upright, you could also undo it and turn it upright if you had a massive one that you didn't want to lift on top. But all we'll do now, turn it round. So it's like a cross. And throw it in there. Why is it every time I go to speak, he rocks up with a machine? I've put the wood in the wrong place. It'll get wet there. Someone asked the other day what Roy would be doing if he wasn't a farmer, and I think the answer will probably be something to do with wood, waste processing, that kind of thing. Yeah, he likes segregating like products. Yeah, that's right up his street. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna light the house fire for the kids to keep them warm, and I've got some steak for tea.